Let them speak. Review hours 1 to 35. If you are using a podcast app to access this lesson, it is a video format, my lesson. If you're listening just to audio, you'll lose a lot of the effect of the lessons because many of the questions refer to pictures. There are these 4 podcast apps which do support video format. So when you use one of these as an app, the video comes up, not just the sound. So you get both sound and video. There are many apps that do not support video. Please repeat or answer. Do they ever look like they're in love? Have you got any idea how it is that they first happened to meet? Don't you wonder which one of them wound up falling in love with the other person first? I suspect that guy was the first one that fell in love. Did you ask him what it is that made him so attracted to her the most in the beginning? Did he say that he felt she was the one he wanted just as soon as he first saw her? Did he tell you that they were introduced by a friend about a year ago? Did you ask him if his friend tried to introduce him to anyone else after meeting her? Did he say he told his friend he didn't care to meet anyone else just after meeting the woman you see in this photo? Did he tell them that it wasn't worth having him trying to introduce him to somebody else? Don't you wish that you had had the chance to meet her first? Doesn't he care if there are other people that his friend could introduce him to so that he could meet someone new? Does it appear that he is in the middle of texting or just browsing an app he has just opened? Do you have any idea who it is that just texted him? Is it something that looks like he is interested in replying to right away? Did he tell you that the text was sent by a woman he knows well? Did he feel that the text sent was important to reply to immediately? Doesn't he care that you wanted to talk to him first about how he planned on responding to it? Wouldn't he appreciate what you would suggest? Do you know the person well who texted him? Does he tend to share with you a lot of texts first that he gets before showing them to someone else? How long do you usually wait before you decide to text back the people who send you texts? Do you find that that's a good way to communicate instead of just calling them? Had he brought her there just as soon as he found out that she began feeling in pain? Did he tell you that he was worried sick at that time? Is there anything else that he can do for her before they take her into the hospital? Are they going to have him wait outside instead of letting him go with her inside the hospital due to COVID? Doesn't he wish that he could have been able to go in with her? Had he been able to go into the hospital with her, wouldn't he have felt better? Can you hear what it was that he was saying to her while she was laying there on her side? I bet that he was telling her that everything would be okay and not to worry. He must really love her a lot. Do you have any idea who the other person holding her hand is? She must be one of the nurses working at that hospital. Will he give a call to his brothers and sisters just as soon as they take her in the hospital? Don't you think they want to know how she is doing and what happened? Who is the first person you would call if someone you loved had to go into the hospital? Which one of the rides only has one person in it that you can see? Did the person he began riding with there somehow fall out while it was going around? Is he grabbing the handle that's in front of him tight so that he won't move around a lot? I imagine that he must feel frightened just as he gets to the top of the ride there. Are you able to hear him crying like a baby? Would you have been screaming had you happened to be sitting next to him? Do they tell you to be careful and to put your phone away so you don't lose it while being on that ride? Can you see why people would be tempted to take videos at the time they're on it to show their friends later? What is the scariest thing that you did that you videoed at the time so that you could share it with others? Does that thing he's sitting in tend to spin around while you're going around like that? Is that what makes almost everyone keep screaming both with joy and fear? Would you go on that ride with me if I paid your way? Why don't we get in line now? Do you have any idea why it is that he seems to be so upset? Don't you feel sorry for him? Did you notice whether there is anyone that is near him that he knows that can help him? Do you suspect that the person he may have come with has left? Is there any way that you could help him in case he got lost or feels sick? Doesn't it seem like he looks lost? Will you be staying around there near where he is until you see that he's okay? Do you think that he wishes that you could help him now that he sees you? Have you got any time to stop and see what it is that you can do for him? Are either of your parents as old as the guy you see there? Don't you wish that other people would decide to help them if they see them in distress? Wow, are there ever a lot of sweets there? Is the woman standing behind the counter in the middle of putting more desserts on the trays? Did she notice that that guy happened to drop by looking at what she has to sell? Isn't there supposed to be someone else there helping her? Is he there to get some sweets to bring home for his family? He must be trying to decide what it is that he's thinking of getting there. Do you get why he is taking so long to decide what to buy, since there are so many choices they offer? would he be able to get a coffee to go right when he goes to buy the desserts? Have you been able to figure out if the desserts that they offer are made there or not? Wouldn't you want to ask her if they have any day-old desserts they sell at a discount to save money? Are the desserts made daily so that they only sell things that are fresh? Would you look forward to going to get something to eat there if you happened to be near there? Couldn't you have asked him to pick up something for you so that you didn't have to go? Would you have given him the money he needed to pay for it before he had a chance to go there? How long has it been since you've been to a store that sells records like that? Would you even know where to find a store like the one you see there near where you live? I guess that is where DJs go to get records that they can play at their events. Who else would be interested in going there to buy records instead of just downloading music? Doesn't it seem like they're all concentrating hard while looking for music there? Have you been able to figure out whether some of the records they're selling are second-hand records? Had you gone into the store you see there, what music section would you feel like looking at first? Does it seem like they even have records they want to sell hanging on the walls? They must be playing music coming out of those speakers you see in the back of that store. I wonder what type of music they decided to begin playing in the store, since they opened the store at 11:30. Doesn't it help to put people in the mood to buy more records? Are the records sold there more expensive than if you went to buy a CD of the same music? Are you able to remember the first piece of music you had the opportunity to buy? Do you find it's still worth buying records now that there are a lot of streaming services available? How long has she been sitting there with her dog that she loves? Do you wish you had a dog like the one that she has on her lap? Does the dog seem to be more interested in looking at you than looking at her? Has she told you before that she couldn't live without her dog? Did she say that she gives her dog whatever it wants? Did she say that it didn't matter how much it would cost? Is she ever attached to her dog? Did she tell you what all the dog seems to like getting these days? How often did she tell you that she's able to go out and bring the dog for a walk? Did she tell you that it is now the time that she's supposed to take the dog out at night? Does she let it run around by itself at night, or is she used to using a leash? What would you name that dog if you happened to own one like that? Doesn't it seem that he's having a difficult time explaining things? Did he say sometimes he feels frustrated whenever his friends don't answer his calls? Do you want to ask him if he wishes they would call him more often? Did he say he finds it hard to believe that they're all so busy all the time? Did he tell you that he doesn't care if they don't answer their phone, but he wishes they would at least return his call? Did you ask him if he just ends up texting them most of the time? Does he find that that is the best way to keep in contact with the friends he has now? Wouldn't he feel a lot better if he got to talk to them over the phone instead? He can't help feeling frustrated at times. Did you ask him if he has any close friends to talk to right away in case he needs to talk about something important? He must have someone close he is able to turn to get help whenever he needs it. The kids sure look like they feel excited to see their father again. How long has it been since he last got to see his kids? Was the last day that he met them on the 3rd of June? Did he ask them to try to meet him at 1:45 in the afternoon today at somewhere by his work? Do you have any idea whether he has any other kids that may be with his wife? He must have some plan to bring them to a place they will enjoy being together with him. Where is it that you think those girls would like him to take them? At the time you were their age, where is it that you looked forward to going with your dad the most? Did he always have somewhere interesting to bring you so you could all have fun being together? Are they memories that always end up making you feel happy whenever you remember them? Dads are so important in a kid's life. Hasn't a dad's hidden wish always been that their children turn out to be a better person than he has become? How were you able to figure out that they must have already known each other? They must have gone to the same party since they have similar drawings on their hands. Is that how you figured out that they must have already known each other? Had you not seen that, would you have thought that they were two that didn't know each other? What is the girl who is on the left holding her purse so tight for? Is she afraid that someone walking by might try taking it while she's sitting down? Shouldn't she have put it next to her? Is there someone that's near her you see that she is worried about? Would someone have difficulty taking away her purse as she's sitting there like that? Have you been able to figure out what else the girl who is on the right has in the bag she's holding? I imagine that it's full of snacks she got just before getting on the subway train. Is she thinking of sharing what she has with you while you're standing there? Isn't it hard to get her attention now that she's looking the other way? That must be a popular place people come out of the water, since it looks like there are 2 ladders there. How come there are 2 kids laying there like that? Have they laid down like that so that they can see better what they've found down there? Had they told you that they had heard strange sounds coming from where they're now looking? Which one of the boys appears to be about to fall over the edge? Has the older guy noticed that something may be wrong with what they're all looking at? Is he thinking about getting the kids to go down that ladder to check it out better? Wouldn't it be easier for the kids to go down the ladder than if he had to do it? Does it appear that the kids had been too afraid to stand at the edge, so they decided to lay down like that? If you had been there, would you have laid down or stood at the edge to take a look down there? Do you tend to be afraid of heights? Where was the last place that you went that scared you when you looked down? Did you have someone you were with at that time hold your hand in case you got dizzy? When Halloween comes around, are you ever interested in going out to buy a costume to wear? Is what you see there something that you would feel like buying to wear? Is candy given at Halloween something that you always looked forward to getting? Did you care if the candy you got was cheap or not? Did you find it scary to go out around the neighborhood with your friends on Halloween? Was it ever fun? What time did your parents used to tell you to be home by? Would they let you go out alone? Did your parents make you share the candy you got with your brothers and sisters? Would your parents have you freeze some of the candy that you got so that you could keep it for later? Did you wind up being so excited after you got home on Halloween that you found it hard to go to sleep later? Were you sure you looked under your bed to check for monsters right before going to sleep? What a wonderful photo. I just love it. I imagine that he's playing a very sad song while sitting there, even though I can't hear what he's playing. Don't you wonder who it is that he's thinking of at the time he is in the middle of playing that? What song would you have asked him to play if you had been there? Would it have been a happy or a sad song that you would have chosen? All he likes playing is classical love songs. He must know how to play really well, since he doesn't need to have any music sheets to refer to. I bet that he doesn't care how many people stop to listen to him, since he just enjoys playing so much. Do you wish you could ask him how often he winds up going out to do this in public? Is the store he's playing in front of a store that you would prefer buying gifts for your friends at? Have you had times where you have felt the way she must be feeling? Don't you find it frustrating at times like that? Do you sometimes get so depressed that you have difficulty asking for help? Doesn't it seem that sometimes there are things that there is no way you would be able to resolve? Don't you wish that you would never have to feel depressed and frustrated like that? Who is the person you would go to get help from if you felt the way she looks? Isn't depression something that everyone experiences? How often do you wind up suffering from depression? How long does it usually take you to get over it and begin feeling normal again? Is it something that you take medicine for to feel better? Is he trying to have her keep going straight? Can you tell what it is that she seems so interested in seeing while walking there? Does it appear that she has something else to show him just before going any further? Is what he's worried about that they may miss the train they're supposed to take soon? Doesn't she seem to care whether they take a later train or not? It must be late there since there aren't a lot of people walking around there trying to catch a train. Does the person you love get distracted easily while you're out walking around together? Do you find it annoying at times when that happens too much? Do you tell them that you will leave without them if they continue to get distracted? Doesn't that newlywed couple seem to be quite at ease standing there while waiting to get their photo taken? Would you come out in their wedding photo standing behind them if the photographer took the photo now? Is that where you would think of taking a wedding photo if you had just got married? Doesn't it look like a place where she could easily get her dress dirty? That woman walking on the left with that guy must be telling him not to look at the newlyweds standing there. Did he tell her he couldn't help looking? Would it be that impolite to just stop and watch them taking the photo? Would it have made the newlyweds feel a bit nervous had he done that? I suspect that he's checking to see how the newlyweds look together. Wouldn't you have been tempted to look too if you had been walking by them? Thank you. Oh,